welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Elizabeth, online fitness coach. I've been on my own fitness journey for the last 8 weeks. So this video is pretty much going to be just a recap of everything that happened in the 8 weeks, ups and the downs that goes with being in a calorie deficit and trying to lose not only fat but tone up a little bit as well. I had gone on vacation, went to Paris and ate everything and wanted to enjoy everything that Paris has to offer. We also went to Nice and Monaco. We had to do champagne, we had to do the croissants, everything, and I don't regret doing any of that. Of course, I kept active, walked a lot, and was hitting about 15,000 to about 20,000 steps a day. So it wasn't like I was just sitting and eating everything while on vacation, still being active, but I was consuming a lot more calories than I was usually consuming when at home. I did gain a few pounds from that alone, but also before that, I was doing a mini bulk. Just to keep in mind, with any bulk that you do, you are going to gain some body fat. It's just normal. It comes with the territory. But I gained a little bit too much. So coming back, I wanted to get back on track, lose the fat that I had gained from, the bulk and vacation. I started a calorie deficit and I wanted to take you guys along in that journey with me. So if you're going through the same thing, or if you're thinking about starting a calorie deficit, then I want to be able to give you some ideas or help you out on your journey as well. Here are my top recommendations when it comes to being in a calorie deficit and losing weight. Track everything. That is my number one recommendation, is to track every single detail. And I know that can get tedious at some points, but it's super important to do so, because that is the only way that you're going to see the full picture of everything that happened in your quest to lose weight. Everybody has their own journey. Everyone has their own way of going about things. And not only that, but everybody's genetically different. So what works for me may not necessarily work for you. I have to take all the things into account. Again, going back to tracking everything. I'm a visual person. I have to write everything down. I'm able to compare and contrast everything that I'm doing. I had a little cheat sheet. I could jot down all of my thoughts and all of my measurements from the start of my journey all the way to the 8 weeks. And I tracked my waist at the belly button and just below the belly button, about 2 fingers. So I kept both of those measurements. My hips, chest, right arm, and right thigh, and of course the weight as well. The reason why I have the right arm and the right thigh on here is because you always want to keep it on the same side to see that consistency, to see that change. If you're always switching, from left to right, that might change a little bit, because we are just proportionally different from one side to the other. If you're always switching sides, then that may affect your results and your measurements. I also kept a history of my non-scale victories. So how are my clothes fitting? Do I have more energy? Am I stronger in the gym? How's my tummy? Do I feel less bloated? It's a flatter. Am I getting better sleep? Do I sleep throughout the night? Is my mood improved? In the beginning, I was still feeling quite well, and I was feeling quite skinny. My stomach felt flatter, less bloated. But coming into week 6, 7, and 8 is when I took a dip in my energy levels and in my strength. So I noticed that I wasn't able to progressively overload because I was in a calorie deficit. I did have to reduce my calories on week 6 because I hit a plateau on weeks 3, 4, and 5. So week 6, I adjusted my macros just a little bit, so I was able to continue seeing that weight come off. That decrease in calories did kind of hit me hard, but I was still pushing through. Kept it in the same weight for weeks 6, 7, and 8 at the gym. Still did the same reps, kept the same rest in between each set. everything stayed the same. I was just not able to progress in any of those 3 weeks. Energy was really low and I was starting to feel the deficit. At the end of the 8 weeks, I ended up losing a total of 5 pounds less than what I started. So that's actually a win in my book. I still have another 5 pounds to go where I am happy with my body. I'm still gonna continue the deficit. One thing about me that you probably will get to know is that I am an all or nothing kind of girl. If I feel that something's not working, I'll be like, you know what, whatever, and I'll go back to my old ways. But I felt like this time around I needed to be consistent. I needed to really like focus in and dialed in on everything and make it through. So this time I committed 100% to the process and I said, I'm gonna do it the right way. Again, track everything, measurements, how you're feeling, your energy levels, and then ask yourself the questions of what went well this week? Where did I struggle? Did I hit my macro and calorie targets at least 85% of the week? Did I get at least 3 days of cardio in? Am I sleeping 7 to 8 hours per night? What's one thing that I can improve next week? Number 2 is always hit your macros. Always hit your calories. Second, always hit your protein. Third and fourth is try to then hit your carbs and your fats. Number 3 is always keep moving. If you do 1 hour of weightlifting at the gym, perfect, keep doing that. Also walk. Try to hit at least 8,000 to 10,000 steps a day, depending on how sedentary or how active you were before starting the deficit. I sit on my butt all day long. I'm on the computer answering clients, sending emails, taking phone calls, and I don't move a lot. I need to be able to make sure that I am moving 8,000 to 10,000 steps a day. My last recommendation would be to give yourself grace. Give yourself time for the change to happen. It is not going to happen overnight, and it's going to take time to do it the right way, to do it where it's sustainable, to do it as a lifestyle change instead of a diet. If you want this to last, be consistent, stay on track, don't lose hope, don't get impatient, and don't just throw it all out the window. Today is Monday of the last week of my fat loss journey. Today marks the 8th week. I'm so excited to kind of tell you everything once I'm done with this week. I have progress pictures, measurements, and weight on Sunday. Comfortable, confident, and beautiful in my own skin. This is why I did it, and I wanted to kind of share the journey with you guys as well. If you put your mind to it, you can do anything. Right now, it is around 7:30 in the morning. I'm headed to the gym Monday morning, and again another leg day. We're going to do a little bit of Ghost pre-workout today in the flavored red berry because we are going to need it today. I am sleepy today, so we're gonna add some of this into our drink to go. Happy Saturday. I wanted to share this 8 weeks with you guys to see the process, and you know that not everything is like it's put out there in social media. Easy peasy, super fast. It's always different for everyone. Everybody has their own journey. Don't compare my journey to your journey. It's not easy losing weight. It's not even easy losing 1 pound. Give yourself a little bit of grace. Make sure you're hitting your protein goals. Here is to a wonderful Saturday. I'll throw a video here of our little class as well at Pilates, but I'm gonna go do breakfast because I'm starving now. And of course I have my Starbucks coffee waiting in the fridge that I'm gonna pour some protein shake in there and make it really yummy. So see you in a bit.
slow 4 count through each end here. 5. Then dive your chest and lifting the chest as engagement through your left back of the beautiful form, everyone. Leg lifts and lowers. So again, is the one left. Bend in your knee, knowing that's completely normal accordingly. The entire time, finding that guiding your left leg lower. Find engagement through the left glute. Go it over to the left.
That was a delicious. We just had some sushi with tuna and some white fish. We had some pork dumplings and skirt steak with roasted cauliflower and green beans that were so good. We went to this new restaurant that it's fairly new. It's called Row, and it's in Tampa. It was so good. We finished dinner around 8:30. Did a little bit of a walk, and then we came home. We're just such homebodies. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older or what it is, but home is just comfort to me. Like once we have dinner, and we've been out for a couple of hours, we're good and we're back home. So on another note, I did add a few more highlights to my hair and I cut it shorter. Obviously it's not as short as I was thinking of going. I think the hairstylist that did it was a little bit scared that I honestly did not want to go that short for some reason. So I said, you know what? Yeah, sure. Do whatever you want. So he just cut it to here, which I kind of like right now. It's not bad, but I'll see how long I leave this, and then I probably will go a little shorter, maybe to here, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, that is our Saturday. We're back on the couch right now. We're just watching TV on the flicks for a little while, and then we're gonna call it a night. I have my big thermos of water that I've been drinking. So far, I have about 6,728 steps. That'll be our night for this Saturday. I hope you guys had a great one, and I will see you tomorrow. Do my progress pictures, my measurements, my weight after the gym tomorrow morning. So we'll see you then. Just to conclude, here are 5 tips to kind of take into consideration or to do if the scale isn't really budging. It doesn't mean that you're failing. Don't chase perfection. Progress is very slow when it comes to a calorie deficit. So take your time, do it right. Just know that the calorie deficit does work, but it does take time. It's not gonna happen overnight. And no matter what social media tells you, that's not always necessarily going to be your case. So don't feel frustrated or quit after not seeing those results within those 8 weeks. My results were 5 pounds for 8 weeks. So that is 2 months that I did. I saw results, but it wasn't what I wanted. I wanted to do 10 pounds. I also wanted to do it very slow. I wanted to still add my favorite foods in there and have balance. So therefore you're not going to see, an automatic drop like that so drastically in that amount of time. It's just not possible. Also going to consider your genetics, like I mentioned. It does take time. Don't think that because somebody else did it in 2 months or in less than that, that's going to happen to you. Everybody's different. And overall, just the calorie deficit does take time. Don't seek perfection. And then my second tip would be, one of the best tricks to stay full and to preserve lean muscle, to prioritize protein every single meal. Aim for about 0.8 to 1 gram per pound of body weight if you're training regularly and consistently. And your meals and snacks. Even if it's just like a rough outline, pre-tracking your food on a tracking app. I have MyFitnessPal. I've used that for years and it works. And it can also prevent you from eating and snacking anything that you have in front of you. Tip number 4, a lot of people stay on track Monday through Friday, but they blow it on the weekends. So stay mindful, but yet flexible. A calorie deficit only works if you're consistent the entire week. So that was another thing that I used to do, is I would be so good on the weekdays, but come the weekends, I was terrible at it. I would binge eat, and I would go past my calories, and then that would totally eliminate all the good that I did during the week. And lastly, tip number 5, measure more than just your weight. If the scale isn't moving, don't panic. Look at your progress photos, look at how your clothes are fitting, at your measurements. Fat loss and weight loss are not always the same. So again, everyone, for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this journey with me so far. If you have, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It does help me, and I will see you in the next video.